All right, today is Tuesday, February 21st, 2023. I'll do a quick review of the price action this morning on the Russell and the trades I took. I've been trading the Russell lately. I found it's a lot smoother than the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq was getting a little too wild for me. I was having to use wider stops than I would like. And when I would tighten my stops, I would get stopped out um, just to see it run in the direction I was hoping it to run with no real good spot to get back into. So last week or so, I've been switching over to the Russell, and it's been a lot smoother. The trends are a little slower, so that takes some getting used to. But overall, it's been great. So at market open, we had a valid sell signal right here. We actually had, I think, this printed as a buy signal in real time, but then when I refreshed my charts, it didn't show that. But technically had a valid sell signal right here. I opted out of that one. It was a pretty large bar. Just figured if it was going to sell off, it would kind of come back, retest, and sell back off from there. It didn't happen. Reversed into a buy signal, triple confirmation right here. I also opted out of that one. I just didn't like the distance. I didn't like how we just came off of a sell signal that didn't work out, just right into a buy signal, and then the 1 minute support dots were extremely far away from the entry point. Ron from AbleTrend talks about that quite a bit. If you see, your entry bar is significantly off of the support or resistance levels at that time, more than likely the price is going to kind of pull back to that range. Right here, we did kind of pull back in real time. The 2 minute was up here, so it kind of tested the 2 minute. When I reloaded my charts, 2 minutes printing down here. But anyways, I entered once we got a blue oscillator. I figured, maybe we would trend from there. Didn't work out, and so I was quickly stopped out of that one for I think about a 2.5 point loss. And then we reversed. That buy signal did not pan out at all. We got a triple confirmation sell signal right here, about 19.5. I had my stop up here, I think it was about 22, and so I was quickly stopped out of that one for another 2.5 point loss. So I was down about 5 points there. Technically could have gotten in when we broke below all this support level, but your stop would have been about 5 points or more. And that's a little bit too big for me. I like to have at most a 4 point stop. I prefer a 3.5 point stop on the Russell. But you would not have been stopped out there, and you would have caught this whole trend rather than being stopped out like I was. We came back up in real time. We tested this 1 minute resistance level. And so it was a sweet spot that came down here. We got confirmation with the red oscillator, so I was short right here at about 18.9. I put my stop above the bar just before that. That was about a 2 point stop. And so I was kind of keeping somewhat tighter stops, especially after back-to-back losing trades, down 5 points on the day. This thing ran down. I actually did not put my entry or my exit in, which was right here at this 2 neutral bar exit. So we flushed down pretty quickly. And like I said earlier, you got to be patient on the Russell. These trends take a while to pan out. So we had a 2 neutral bar right here. Move my stop there. I like to go half a point above those. So I had my stop right here, never touched it, continued down. Another 2 neutral bar, half a point above that one, and then that one was stopped out. I believe it was about a 7 point trade, which was a nice trend to catch after back-to-back losers. So I netted about 2 points on this price action right here. I called it a day right there. I didn't continue trading. There was another entry here, a sweet spot that didn't completely pan out. Another sell signal right here. That one didn't totally work out. This sweet spot worked out nicely, but really probably only recouped those 2 losses. So I was happy, getting those 2 losses back and then being slightly positive on the day. But there wasn't really a good trend. A lot of times on the Russell, at least what I've seen lately, is there's one good solid trend. that runs, a good 10 to 12 to 14 points. So I try to catch that. I kind of figured that's what this was, and figured I'd call it a day after that. So as a price action on the Russell on my AbleTrend charts for Tuesday, February 21st, 2023.